Hey guys, my name is Heather Lindsey.
And my name is Cornelius Lindsey.
And I'm so excited that you landed on Life with the Lindseys.
This is so exciting. This gives us an opportunity to share our life with yours.
Yes, we're going to be talking about everything from entrepreneurship to ministry to your purpose to why you are here, family, parenting, relationships, marriage, sex, you name it. We are talking about it.
So thank you so much for joining us today with Life with the Lindseys. Enjoy it.
Hey everybody, welcome to Life with the Lindseys. My name is Heather.
My name is Cornelius.
And so we were sitting here, we're like, what should we talk about? And we were like, maybe we should talk about marriage and quarantining. And I'm like, well, we already talked about that, but that was like maybe in March. So now we're checking in to make sure y'all are still together.
That's facts. As I don't have my wedding ring on.
I know I don't have mine on either, but we're just at the house.
I was out. I went out to get our cars washed. Well, your car washed, your car detailed. It was this nice, sweet older lady who was there.
Uh-huh.
And you know how my heart gets with them. She just walked up to me and she was like, hey, have you come here to this car wash before? And I'm like, yeah, I come here all the time. She's like, you know what I'm supposed to do with my car? And I'm like, just park it right there. It'll be cool. Like, keep your keys. And when they get ready to wash it, just unlock it. They'll unlock the doors, blah, blah, blah. If you got anything in it that's personal to you, just take this. So I was just going to give her the run of the mill. And I was like, hey, just take a seat out here. Like, this is where everybody sits. We're social distance, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. She's like, I really don't know what to do. So she kind of just looked lost. So at the end of it, I pay for her car.
Oh, that's sweet.
No.
That's nice, baby.
Really dope. I was telling the guy, I was like, look, don't tell her. But he spoke very limited English.
Oh, gosh.
I know. I was like, and he was like, which car? I'm like, that one. But like, I'm not trying to point at the car because she's going to see, like, I'm pointing at her
Old
car.
people always get you.
And I didn't want to do that. So
what are you going to do when you're old? I feel like old people get you because you're like, oh, you're old. You're supposed to like be fragile.
I don't know. It's like, I always learned, you respect your elders.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, after I had that short interchange with her, I just felt like the Holy Spirit was like, pay for it.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
So I was like, okay, bet. I'm gonna be obedient to this. And plus she just seems so sweet. She just looks so fragile and just so
that's like my mom.
Yeah, she just seems so fragile.
I miss my mom.
Oh my goodness.
No, she's coming soon, thank God.
Let me help her. Let me help her. Because I'm like, I would if my grandmother was out like that, I want somebody like, cap her off too. Not cap her off.
Cap her.
Not like
what?
I use it. That's wrong. I don't not cap her off, but I mean like take care of her too. So
that's good. I think that's That's a good challenge. Like maybe next week.
Oh, that would be dope. Like a pay it forward.
Pay it forward, y'all. Do something for somebody.
Like you in a Starbucks line, like pay for the well, I guess they don't do that now because now.
Yeah, they're doing like the drive-through. Yeah.
They do that?
Yeah.
Because nowadays you have like Starbucks apps and stuff like that already like deducts. I don't know how y'all do it.
We'll find a way to pay it forward for somebody else.
Somebody else.
Yeah.
That would be dope. We still be talking about marriage.
Yes. Are y'all still married? Y'all okay? Because quarantine and marriage, I feel like it brings out some things in you that you didn't know were there. Because you're not covered anymore by travel and your 9 to 5 and work and all these other things. So now you are at the house and you're noticing things that frustrate you that you didn't notice before because you're at the house so much. You don't have outlets. Yeah. So I feel like married couples are kind of figuring each other out in a new way that they didn't before.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, all the distractions are just kind of gone. Like you ain't got all them distractions no more. Like you ain't flying everywhere no more. You ain't.
That's true.
The kids are at home. Your spouse is at home, and we just see like this uptick in divorces. But I mean, you're gonna have that. I believe you're gonna have that, especially when vulnerability, because when you're in the house together, and it's like when you have those walls built up.
Yeah.
And you're not giving yourself permission to be vulnerable. You don't know how to be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Then I think at some point, you either check out or you give up.
It's like you don't know that person anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You don't know that person. You want to get to know that person, but then you're like you're asking yourself like, but is that the person I still want to get to know? Because maybe like we had fun when we dated, but are we still kicking it on the same game now that we married? Because now it seems like, I mean, for some married couples, like, you know, you talk to them, they say like the rules changed. Like we were having fun, we were dating, but now we married, like the rules changed.
Yeah.
But then the
real.
rules change again. Like, you know, when you got bills to pay for, like when you were dating, y'all was just kicking it. Y'all, it was cool.
There's no responsibility.
No responsibility.
Yeah,
but now
no
y'all
expectations.
Y'all got a house, or y'all got an apartment, y'all got a condo.
You got
throw kids in there.
Yeah.
And then if you got a pet, like that's just a whole nother, you know, living, breathing, you know, being to be responsible for. Then you got bills, and then you want to go on vacation, but then you don't want to go on vacation. Like it's a lot.
But I think there's a beauty in reinventing yourself in your marriage and reinventing your marriage to make it better.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like coming to that point where it's like, okay, we've been married 5 years. I don't know you anymore. And I don't know who this person is. But how can we find the beauty in who each other is? Like, let me not change you. Let me figure out who you are. Who are you really? Yeah. Right? Yeah. And like learn that person and then grow from there and not try to change each other. I mean, we've been married for 10 years and I feel like I meet new sides of you that I never knew before.
Ching,
right?
ching. That's true.
And then you meet new sides of me that you didn't know existed. And then things that we've buried and things that we pushed on the rug for years begins to surface in your marriage. And if your foundation isn't strong in your marriage, like you're not going to be able to handle those attacks.
Yeah.
It's going to make you want to give up, and it's going to make you think the grass is greener on the other side. You're going to say, oh, the party's over there. The party's not here. Like, I need to get out of this. I need to go find somebody else that's going to make me happy, make me satisfied. But we don't really realize like happiness and joy, it comes from within. It doesn't come from your spouse. Yeah. And that goes back to our podcast on expectations. But I just feel like when the going gets tough, for some reason, we think that it's happier somewhere else with somebody else doing something else.
Dang.
It's real.
Let me ask you this. Why, because I think we kind of hit that when we hit the 10-year mark. I think the biggest thing I pulled out of it was for me, may not have been for you, was like, I don't know if you know me and I don't know if you're going to like me. No, for real. That's real.
Yeah, I know.
That's real talk. Like, I don't know if you know me and I don't know if you're going to like me, because the me you met 13 years ago was complete opposite to the me I am now.
It's a different man.
So I'm like, I don't know if you know me, and
baby.
But you know, I think for me, it was very difficult for me to be. It was very difficult for me to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And like, it took me time. Like, now I understand it. I didn't know that I was a shame prone person.
Yeah.
I'm prone to shame. That's just, you know, I get that from like, you know, my upbringing, being bullied, things like that. Can you explain that to people? They might not know what that means. What, shame prone?
Yeah.
So shame and guilt are not necessarily the same thing. People who are guilt prone, they can bounce back. They're resilient in the sense that they say, well, I'm guilty. That means that I did a bad thing.
Yeah. Shame
prone people, instead they say, well, I did a bad thing and I'm a bad person. And like, okay, so it's like, it became a point, like I became so ambitious to want to do the right thing, because I feel like at any point I messed up, then
you're a bad person.
I'm a bad person. I'm a nothing. I'm a nobody. So then I will go into a cycle of depression. Then I go into suicidal thoughts, because I'm like, well, I messed up, and I'm not even identifying the fact that, I'm human.
Yeah, that's real.
And but that's what shame prone people do. We jump all the way to what some people think about the extreme to us is normal. Like, we're some people who are more guilt prone. They're like, yeah, I messed up. Okay, move on.
So that's me. Like
narcissists don't think anything. It's just like, whatever. Like, yeah, it was a mistake, but it was probably yours. You know?
Right.
So, yeah.
No, that's true. I think understanding that about you helped me as well to understand you better as a person. But I really feel like it's hard to know. Like you said, when we hit that 10-year mark, you were like, does she know? Is she going to like me? But how would we know if you aren't being vulnerable or being open to your spouse with who you are?
Yeah.
If you're hiding who you are, how can a person fully love you for who you are when they don't know who you are because you hide that?
I think there's a big reason why. There's a big reason why a lot of couples don't, and I want to talk about it right after this. So, baby, I know you like your vision inspired, versatile styles that you know you can be sashaying and looking good in. So I know that you love ModCloth.
Oh my gosh, I love ModCloth. So I've actually been ordering from this website, babe, for like maybe 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Like literally. You know when like you order and you like kind of hide it? Yeah. I'm getting better. I don't do that as much anymore. But I love ModCloth. Their clothes are so different and unique. It's nothing like you see on the market in general, right? Whenever I wear something, people stop me and I get so many compliments. I love the dresses from there. I'm a big dress person. I actually just ordered from them recently. And I just love the quality of material that they have as well.
See, y'all, I mean, y'all gotta go and get just get the ModCloth products, you know, to get 20% off your purchase of $75 or more, including sale items.
Come on.
Now, that's what's good.
I'm about to use my own code.
Thank you. Go to MODCLOTH, modcloth.com, and enter code Lindseys, LINDSEYS, at checkout. Promo code cannot be combined with other offers. Again, that's modcloth.com and enter code Lindseys, LINDSEYS, for 20% off your order of $75 or more. So make sure that you go and you get your ModCloth products today. Mood boosting prints, vintage inspired, versatile styles, making you look good.
Come on.
And feel good. Go to modcloth.com today. I think one of the biggest reasons why we evade vulnerability is because vulnerability requires trust.
Yeah.
And like, you know, in order for you to fight shame, you got to air it out. Like shame has to be known. So if I'm in a situation now, like one of my tactics is if I'm feeling shameful for something, then I got to air it out. I got to publicly, I got to say it even to myself, looking in the mirror, saying to somebody, I got to say it in order so that I don't feel that anymore. Cause shame grows in darkness. So, like, because it becomes very difficult to trust, then you begin to close up and you'll believe the lie that I don't need anybody else. And I can project well.
Yeah.
I can be charismatic. I can be all these things. I can project well a character, but you will never know me because who I am is crowded underneath this blanket of shame. But I think for a lot of married couples, if they're walking the same road I'm walking, one of the couples is one of the people in the marriage is walking the same road I'm walking. It's because of that trust factor. And then here's the big thing. Like, okay, if I were to ask you, babe, if I would say, okay, give me a reason why you don't want to be vulnerable with someone. Like, just think of something. Like, that's
fear.
Fear. Okay. Think about another one. Like what else? Like what would you fear? I actually, like, what would you fear? What would be the biggest fear out of that?
I think exposure.
Exposure, rejection.
Yeah. Abandonment. Like you don't want to be around me because I messed up. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like for in our heads, because compassion and empathy are not primary things that comes directly to us. Like those are not like auto. They're not auto set in us.
Right.
We don't go directly to that. We go directly to the other end. So because of that, it's that shame.
Yeah.
It is that guilt. It is that worry. And we look and we say, I don't want to be rejected. So I don't know if I can trust you. And I would tell you that all the time, like, I don't know if I can trust you.
And I'd be like, yo, I didn't cheat on you. I ain't done nothing. What you mean you can't trust me?
Yeah,
I have no reason. You know what I mean? Like,
but even the answer itself, like for you through your lens, when you say that through your lens, when you say that, it sounds, that perfect. Like that makes perfect sense. But through my lens, when I hear that immediately in my head, whether you think it or whether you think it's right or not, I think, see, she thinks she's better than me.
Oh, whoa, hold up.
Remember I was telling you that.
You would always say that. Like literally the first 5 years of our marriage.
I'm like, okay, so you perfect.
And I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, I don't get it. I was so confused.
Because through my lens, I felt through my lens, hearing you say that is like, well, I've never done this. I've never done that. I've never done this. Never done that. And I'm like, well, I mean, everything you saying that you haven't done, like, I don't know what you done, but everything you said that you haven't done, it's like, it makes me feel worse. And then that feeling of worse becomes how I think I am, because I don't feel like I don't feel like in some way I gotta, you don't measure up. And when you say that, you're like, well, listen, Cornelia, it's like, this is who I am. I've been here. I've been doing this. And because that's through your lens, but then through my lens, I'm like, well, damn, I don't measure up to her. I don't measure up.
So you would pose the question is, I don't trust you. And my response would be like, I gave you no reason not to ever trust you, not to trust me. And then your response would be, you think you're better than me.
I'm like, hold on. So
then I can't win.
No,
right.
because
I mean, that's how I felt at that time. I don't feel that now, but yeah.
Because the trust had nothing to do what you did to me. I mean, that plays a part into trust, but that trust had really nothing to do with whatever you did to me.
Right.
Trust is a very personal thing.
Yeah.
We have the ability, I know people say, trust takes time, but we have the ability to lend trust to those to whom we want to.
Yeah.
Whether or not they have hurt us or they have not hurt us. So we have that right to give that. It wasn't what you have done. It's just that when I look at you or I look at somebody else, I think, well, they must be perfect. And because that's not me, then I must be a bad person. So it's like, you listen to, Carrie Job all day long. So obviously like that must mean that you're perfect. Like you and Jesus are like best friends. And then when I turn on J. Cole and I'm bumping Neighbors down Fulton Industrial, then I'm thinking like, well, maybe I'm a bad person. And since I'm a bad person, then maybe I should just embody all the bad that I am.
Dang.
Oh, it goes all the way there. I'm like, I must just embody it. Because then it goes into
crazy.
ego, and then it goes into respect. It goes into all those things. Like, well, you know what? Well, forget her, forget everybody, forget all this. And
so for the person that's married, like, how are they supposed to navigate? I know we thankfully navigated that and we came out of it, and we grace each other. And not saying that we're perfect, but I feel like there's people that are in marriages that feel like, maybe the wife doesn't trust the husband, and it has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with her own trauma, her own background, her own struggles that she's going through. She struggles to trust humans. She struggles to trust God. She, struggles to trust friends, anybody.
Yeah. I think one thing is that you have to identify the lens by which you look at something.
Yeah.
I mean, because most of us, we look at each other by a certain lens.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So I mean, if I were to say, okay, who likes to judge? Nobody would be like, oh, I like to judge people. I love to judge people. But if I can be honest, if I ask a room of people the question, but does judging people make you feel better? I mean, people would, if they're honest, they would say, yeah. Because the whole point of judging is that it's really two-pronged. One prong is that like I can judge you because it's going to make me feel better about myself. The other prong of judgment is that the main areas that I judge somebody else in is typically a place where I can also be shame prone. So like you walking down the street and this girl she got on tights, and then you like, are you in Walmart? You know what always happens in Walmart. Got on tights, and you like, dang, that girl butt big. Like, maybe this group of women is like, could you see what she has on? Look at the pants. Like, why would she wear that? Why would she wear that in Walmart? Well, the reason why those group of women are talking about this woman, shaming this woman, well, this woman doesn't feel shame. Like she put them tights on because she wanted to wear them.
She said, I'm gonna work these.
And she working them tights. That's because she wanted to do it. She feels no shame from it.
Yeah.
But she's judged because somebody else is looking at what she has on through their lens. And through those women lens who are trying to shame her, they could have some shame for themselves with their own butt. Maybe their butt is too flat. Maybe their butt is big, but they don't have the confidence to wear them tights. It's like when we look at each other through our own lenses, then we'll never get it right. And I think one thing that I'm trying to work on for me in our marriage is trying to look at it through your lens.
Yeah, same.
Like I'm really working to be empathetic because I've learned that I can be sympathetic, but I don't know if I'm really that good at being empathetic. Because sympathy is I'm willing to walk to the edge with you. Empathy is I'm willing to jump with you so that we can be together.
That's good.
And it's like, well, dang, really just being empathetic, but it has to work both ways. I think in a marriage, when two people are choosing to be empathetic together, and one is not trying to one up the other. Like, well, you just need to understand my side. It's like, well, you need to understand mine too. Like we have to be empathetic together. It's like you have to do it together. If not, I think it all just crumbles.
I think so too. And that's something I'm constantly working on in our marriage, seeking to understand you instead of being understood. You know what I mean? So let me put myself in your shoes. Let me try to understand how it feels to be the head of a household, right? And how much pressure it is on you. And you're the one with the vision. And, you know, like I can't imagine how hard that could be sometimes. And instead of trying to get you to understand me all the time, I'm saying, okay, let me put myself in his shoes. And I feel like when I do that, I become less selfish and it's less about me and I'm less upset and I'm less nagging because my focus is not on me. My focus is on you and obviously the Lord, right? So I feel like that's a good perspective for anybody that might be struggling in their marriage right now. Like maybe you take your eyes off of yourself because in your own flesh and your own strength, you're going to find things that are going to frustrate you. I've had to do this before where I had to write out 10 things that I love about my life right now because I was complaining the whole day. Everything was frustrating me. And then I realized, let me write out what I'm thankful for. Let me be thankful for something. Let me change my words. Let me do something because I am just complaining and nagging. And the kids walked in and they dropped a glass and I'm like, what are you doing? And the kids are looking at me like, what I do? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like you begin to take out your frustrations on everybody around you when you are discontent and you're complaining all day. So I've learned like, how can I find the beauty in my today? Like, what can I be thankful for? And that's just like a practical step for anybody that feels like, man, I'm been quarantining. Our marriage is struggling. We're hitting problems and my spouse isn't listening to me. Then maybe you listen to him, you know, or maybe you listen to her and maybe you guys finally get on the same page by stop focusing so much on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I got one more thing I want to add to it.
Okay.
We do that right after this.
So these days, it feels like online shopping is the only shopping we do nowadays, right, babe?
Right.
Now, that's where today's sponsor, Honey, comes in. Now, it's a free browser extension that searches the internet for promo codes and automatically applies the best one available at checkout.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't it great? So I've actually been using it for 6 months. And even before I've heard, you know, even before our sponsor. That means you've been
online shopping for 6 months.
Oh, babe, we've been quarantining. I've had no choice. Okay. But it's so cool because Honey is searching 100 coupons and they're searching all over and they're like, we found you the 5 best deals. And that's what I love about it. Here's how it works. You get on Honey. This is how you get Honey on your computer for free with 2 easy clicks by going to joinhoney.com/LWTL. Then when you're checking out on one of its over 30,000 supported sites, Honey pops up and all you have to do, you guys, is click apply coupons.
That's amazing.
Right? Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons for that site and Honey does all the work for you. So pretty much they're going to find the working codes and it applies the best one. I don't have to search anymore, babe, for coupons. Honey does all the work for me.
See, Honey has found it has over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. One of them. Honey supports all kinds of retailers from tech,
nice
gaming sites to fashion brands, and even food delivery.
Amazing, right?
Amazing. So it's simple. If you have a computer, Honey should be on it. It's free and works with whatever browser you use. You can get Honey for free today at joinhoney.com/LWTL. That's joinhoney.com/LWTL. Like this is practical. I think it's simple. Sometimes I think we forget it.
Yeah.
And that is remind yourself you're human.
That's real. Like, grace yourself.
Like, grace yourself and grace your marriage. Like,
yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna get like I think that's been the most comforting thing. I tell myself now, like, Cornelius, you're human.
That's real.
And you know, because you're human, like chill out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it ain't all that deep.
Right.
It's not all that deep. Like just chill out and protect your own mental, like really protect your own emotional space. And like I'm in a totally different place right now. It was fun. I think I told you about this chick I was coming out of True Food by Linux. Mm-hmm. And she comes over. I was walking to my car and she's walking over. She's like, "Oh, Pastor Cornelius. I'm like, yeah. How you doing? Praise the Lord. Like, hey, how you doing? She's like, hey, it's so good to see you. And blah, blah, blah. I haven't seen you since the quarantine started. And it was so great. Blah, blah, blah. And she looked at me. She was like, so I wanted to ask you a question. And I was like, yeah, what's going on? And she was like, I noticed like I can't comment on your Instagram anymore. And she was like, do you know when you're gonna take that off and you can let us comment again? And I said, probably never. And she was like, oh, okay, great, thanks. And then I was walking. She was like, hold on. She said, Pastor, what did you say? And I was like, oh, probably.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, she was like, probably never. I was like, probably never. And she was like, she's like, I thought that's what you said. She said, but you said it with a smile, so I figured you actually gave me a date. Like, I'm gonna do it soon. And I was like, no, probably never. And she was like, may I ask you why? And I was like, well, honestly, I've just gotten to a place where, I don't want to be rude at all. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I mean, you have the authority to take it the way you want to, but I don't really care what me being honest, I don't really care what anyone else has to. I don't really care what you think or, because I'm not posting to get your response
or approval.
Yeah, or approval. Like, when my team puts the stuff on there, even if I throw some stuff on there, I'm not doing it so that I can get a like. I don't care if you like it or not. Like I never invited you to follow me. It's like, but that's where I am now. Yeah, it's a place. Yeah. It's a place of deep security for me.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't need your validation. I don't need your compliments. I don't need your criticism. Because if I live by your compliments, I'll die by your criticism.
That's real.
I don't need either one of them. So I don't have to check it. I don't have to look back on it. It's like I posted it. Boom. It's like, it's over. It's done. If it helped you, good. If it didn't, move on, So yeah.
I'm trying to think how that tied back into a marriage. What was the lesson? You mean? What was the last thing you said?
Well, I was talking about being human.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
I was about being human, but also protecting yourself.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you're right.
Like protecting yourself.
Sorry. I was going on your rabbit trail of your...
My rabbit trail. Good gosh.
No, I think it's good. There's sometimes I have to look at you and be like, babe, reminder, I'm not perfect. This is a perfect example of me not being perfect. So you can't even use a perfection thing against me because I'm like, babe, like this is a perfect example. I'm not perfect. Like prime example.
You ain't perfect?
No, I'm not. Only Jesus is perfect. I strive to be, but I know I'm not.
Oh, could have fooled me.
Oh, whatever. I'm not perfect. But I think that's good. I think we've got to grace each other, right? Like, imagine, babe, our marriage is only 10 years old. How many 10-year-olds are making really great decisions right now?
No, they still pooping their pants.
Exactly.
They might poop in the toilet, but they ain't wipe their butt that good.
Exactly. Think about that. And if you're a newlywed out here, y'all, your marriage is only 6 months old. Your marriage is only 2 years old. Roman makes some really bad decisions at 2. Like, I want y'all to know that, And so you've got to give your marriage a chance to grow up. Will it grow up or will it gets stunted along the way, whether your growth gets stunted? Like I think of all the times that we've even thought about quitting and I'm like, we've gotten better with every season, with every level, and it's like, I can't wait to see what God's going to do next in our life. But I just wonder what's on the other side of the people that quit on the process and quit when it gets hard. And I do understand there's times where there's infidelity or like abuse and you need to pull away and get away from your marriage due to your safety. But some of us just don't like our spouse, or you feel like, she's lazy or he won't keep a job, or like, let's just start working through those different things. Like, let's get to the root of those things. Let's look at our lives. Let's look at our background. Let's look at our trauma. Let's get some help outside of each other, counseling, therapy, different things like that. Those are all things that we encourage and support. But I don't know. I've seen so many divorces during this quarantine and it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But here's my thing too. I think it's great that people I think it's great that we get help. Like we're big proponents of Jesus in therapy. Mm-hmm. As we're proponents that we get it. I think that for some of us, we're so busy trying to get the marriage thing right. We don't have ourselves together personally.
Yeah.
And that was the reason why, like in the very beginning, I was like, I'm going to go to therapy, but I need to go to therapy without you.
Yeah.
Because there are some things that I need to talk about outside of you. Because there are some things that I brought in this that I wish I could have resolved. So it's like, let's do what we got to do. But at the same time,
Yeah, same.
if you know that you're walking this thing and you got some issues that you need to deal with on your own, then you got to deal with those issues on your own. And you need to make sure you go in and that you take care of those things. Like, don't ever think that vulnerability is a sense of weakness. Asking for help is not weak.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm getting beat up or something and people keep hitting me, like I ain't gonna ask for help. Like I'm gonna ask for help. Like that's a sign of strength. So I'm gonna show myself strong by being vulnerable, asking for help, and learning how to trust, especially trusting in those places. They're very important.
I agree. We should give them some practical tips, baby. Like things like date night or like a staycation or, you know what I mean? Like do something fun, get away from the house, get a babysitter, find somebody that you trust that can watch the babies overnight. Like y'all might just need to get into a different bed together, not just together somewhere else.
Get into a different bed together.
Together, not separately. But think about like where we what was it, like a month ago, I was telling you like, babe, I feel like I'm burning out. Like I need a trip. I need something.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, okay, where do you want to go? Do you want to go with your girlfriends? I said, baby, you refresh me. So
I try to get you to go somewhere with your girlfriends and y'all all messed that up.
Well, now there's a couples trip.
I was like, how did this become a couples trip? I don't know. A couples trip.
Baby, we're going to have a fun time.
I mean, no, we're going to have a fun time.
So it's supposed to be a girls trip, but then I was like, everybody started
get involved
inviting their husbands, but it's fine. But I love that you're down. So we're going on a couples trip. But so I'm like, babe, we need to go on a trip, but let's travel hack it. Like, let's put a challenge to it. Meaning like we're not paying any money out of pocket. Like we're only using miles, points, credits, anything that we can find to help travel hack.
I agree. My only thing is just like traveling with you can be a job.
Baby,
I think
I am so much fun.
I think most men, I ain't got to say about you being fun. It's still a job. It's like a little side hustle because I know I got to be responsible.
Baby, I pay attention.
Child,
the thing is, I'm a little more free. Let me keep it real.
You run right into somebody at the airport.
Baby, hold on.
Don't even look up.
When we go to different places, when I'm with my girls, we go into the city, we go shopping, and guess what? Nobody kidnaps me.
All right.
And so when I'm with you and we are out of town and we go shopping.
That was one time in Mexico.
Baby, that's not the first time. Baby, you've done that many times. Are you free? You did it in Bali.
Of course, we're in an international country. I'm not gonna just let you walk through. You walking from tent to tent to tent to tent.
I'm like, just leave me
picking up little trinkets. I'm like, we don't need anything else. You don't need nothing else. You don't need to buy that purse. You got enough purses.
It was so stressful.
That purse made out of like straw and stuff. Let's go. We gotta go.
Stressful.
No, I'm not being stressful. I'm just saying we're in a different world.
I still left you at the hotel that day.
You could have left me there. You probably would have came back. All I got to say is I was looking around. I was looking in the back. I saw people looking at us. I'm like, why are they looking at us? And I can't speak their native language. And like the only thing I could do is I can speak English. I can speak broken English. I can throw birds. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. That's all I got.
So,
I got nothing else to do.
Y'all, my husband gets real intense, and I want to tell you more about it in just a second. So we're back, and my husband is really intense when we go on trips. I feel like you put that pressure on yourself. Because you act like I'm just going to get kidnapped on some Taken stuff. And so whenever I
watch all the movies. I love those kind of movies.
Babe, that goes back to how movies affect your psyche. Y'all listen. So those movies,
real.
He watches all these cartel shows, and then we go to other countries. He don't want to go nowhere because he thinks I'm going to get snatched up.
This is real.
And
it's real. It's literally real. Like, have you heard about the missing kids stories and stuff like that?
Come on, let me tell you about the blood. Talk about the blood.
Oh, y'all so deep.
That washed my sin away. Come on, and protects me. My angels ain't gonna allow nobody to snatch me up. But so y'all, I'm out shopping, right? And my husband just gets real. I mean, he's sweating, y'all. He's intense. And I look over, I'm like, baby, we're having a good time. It's okay. He's like, you ready to get in the car and go back to the hotel?
Exactly.
No, we've been out here for 5 minutes. I'm not ready.
and I was like, well, I can't leave you. I'm not going to stay at the hotel while you go out. What kind of husband am I?
I know, you want it.
I'm not going to stay at the hotel and be like, well, I'm going to just let you, you won't go by yourself. Then if something did happen to you, I know I couldn't live with myself.
Right. Fair enough.
I'm the same way with the kids. Like, I don't want the kids to get in the ocean until they get old enough they can make their own decision. Right now, I don't want them to get in the ocean because there are animals in the ocean that, ultimately eat stuff like us.
Oh, God.
Or at least will be willing to take a bite of it or sting us or anything else. I don't want the kids to get in the ocean. I don't want the kids playing in the sand. I feel like sand gets everywhere.
So yeah,
I don't like the kids getting dirty.
So I took the kids yesterday to this little park, and I'm hanging out at the park.
I ain't like that.
And literally 10 minutes later, my husband walks over and he's like, all right, y'all, time to go. The kids were like, what? We just got here.
The whole time I couldn't even do what I was doing because I was over like looking at y'all, trying to make sure that you and all the kids were okay. I'm like, well, if somebody did come up and do anything, like, you can't. Who you gonna hit?
Oh, I'm gonna fight.
Oh,
baby, I'm a country girl. I'm gonna fight them. They gonna die.
Gosh.
I'm gonna fight.
Anyway, I was like, well, my daughter's out there. My two sons are out there. My niece, my nephew.
I had everybody.
I'm like, it's literally you and kids.
Yeah.
It's literally you and 5 kids.
Exactly.
What y'all gonna do?
So you came rushing over.
I came rushing over. I was like, all right, let's go. No, we're gonna leave. We're leaving. They're like, I'm not tired yet. I don't care about you being tired. We're going back to the safety and comfort of the house.
So, okay, let's go back. So vacation for you is continued protection, unless we're like laying out at a beach or something.
Here's the thing. Men value what they protect. Or men will protect what they value.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. If a man don't protect you, typically it's because he don't value you.
Well done.
That ain't an absolute. I don't want to say that's all men because I don't know every man, but I am saying that as a man, and for the men some men I know, you protect what you value. So when a man values his family, he protects them. When a man values his car, he protects it. When a man values his bank account, he protects. He don't give you no money.
Well, dang.
He ain't gonna ration out no money because he values it. When a man values his computer, he ain't gonna let you play on it. When a man values his phone, he makes sure he ain't gonna break it. But if he'll throw his phone, that means he don't value it.
Well, so help me understand, baby. How can you enjoy our trips more? Because
I don't know.
But listen, babe, I really feel like I love being refreshed. I feel like we have a good time. We laugh. The kids aren't pulling on us nonstop. We watch movies every night. We order French fries at midnight.
We cool in the room.
Wait, that's the only time your guards are down?
Yes, when I go outside, I'm like, I don't trust these people. I don't trust the server. I don't trust the person who helping us in the store.
Well done.
I don't trust the Uber driver. I don't trust the people who pick us up from there. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust them people. I don't know them. I don't know them. I don't know their mama.
Okay.
I don't know where they were born. I don't know them. Nope. I don't trust you. What you ask me what I do? I'm an author. What do you do? What books you write? A bunch of them. Next. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't know you. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to tell you where I'm from. Where you from? America. That's it. Like
you watch too many of those shows, baby.
Whatever. It's like
they're planting seeds in your heart.
It's just we have. And I always tell you, we have the best time when we're at the room. But anyway, if you spend all that money on a hotel room, on a resort room, like, why you ain't gonna do anything else?
So this next trip, I have something planned for us.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
To go RVing. I figured you would like that.
We did that in Aruba, and we did that twice in Aruba, and that was really.
And you're not worried then?
No, I'm not worried. I mean, because you're sitting on the passenger side.
Oh, I see.
And I'm driving.
No, I remembered we were somewhere, and you were like, "I'm going back to the room." I was like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the hotel shop." And all I know is I look up and you're standing there. I'm like, "Babe, go to the room."
I'm going to let you go to the hotel shop by yourself,
baby.
I don't care how nice the resort is. I don't trust them people working at the hotel. I don't trust them people working at the hotel.
That's why you be stressed, babe.
Yes, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust them with you. I don't trust them with anybody else. I mean, if it was anybody else, I do the same thing. Like when we on speaking engagements, and if your assistant goes, your assistant is a woman. The same way, if I'm around, I'm not gonna just let her just walk by herself. Yeah. Or she walking behind me, get in front of me.
Yeah, you are like that on the road too.
It's not just like that with you. It's just like, I feel like as a man, you protect what you value.
Yeah, that's real.
So that's just how I am. So it's stressful. When I travel by myself, it's completely different. I travel by myself, I'd be like, well, whatever.
I'm like, who's going to carry my bag?
This whole plane can go down. I don't even care.
Well, I would care.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
you
not trying to be no widow.
I'm just trying to tell you, man, that life insurance policy would do you.
Baby.
I know, okay. I'm not gonna
I would rather have you here than have millions of dollars.
I got you. Baby.
But let's think of other encouraging things. Maybe like.
So all that was a rabbit trail? I thought that's what we were talking about.
No. We were talking about different things like staycation, vacation. I know something fun. Something that we've been doing is we've been finding like different activities to do outside as a family. So we'll go to parks. We'll pick up food. After work and after school, we'll go and we'll have picnics. And we'll bring balls and bubbles and stuff. And we just go out and we have a good time. We get out of the house. Because if not, we're going to be sitting at the house and everybody's going to be on their electronics. But this way we're all outside. We should do that today, baby. What are we
Do
doing?
what?
We should do something as a family.
Do what as a family?
Like go to a park or something.
I'm going to park with them.
And you'll be like, pack up the car. We go to the park.
I ain't going to the park. You be doing the most when you go to the park.
I do, because I pack all of life.
You like, baby, did you pack? And like you do it, and you don't realize like you have like 6 bags full of stuff.
Baby, I have a plan.
But you don't carry not name one.
Yes,
of them.
I do.
Child,
baby.
The last time we went, you wanted to take the what's that? The wagon.
Because I'm a smart wife. Hold on, baby. I put everything in the wagon and we just pull the wagon. But you don't want to do that.
I didn't take the wagon out because it was a waste. You want to take the wagon. You want to take 5 blankets.
This ninja.
You want to take 5 blankets. You want to take the wagon. You want to take these footballs and baseballs and basketballs and.
Baby, I like to plan ahead.
You want to take a frisbee. You want to take this. And I'm just like, why can't we just go to the park?
Because we're going to sit down and you're going to be like, baby, why didn't you bring a blanket? Baby, why didn't you bring the chair? Baby, the kids are thirsty. Baby, the kids want snacks. Baby, where's the balls? I have everything planned ahead. I planned ahead. Thank you.
Right. I look at it through my lens. I got to do a better job of looking at it
Thank
through
you.
Because when I get there, I'm like, when Roman says, I'm thirsty. And I be like, dang, I sure ain't got no water. I do have water, but
plan nothing.
He can't drink my water.
He backwashes.
He backwashed too much. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry.
But I have everything they would ask for.
You're right. It's just the pain. I look at the pain of me having to carry it.
See, I look at the part where I have to pack it all. I have to put everything together and make it all organized.
I don't be thinking nothing about that. And I need to look it through your lens. With your lens, you have to pack it all together.
Thank you.
The least I can do is just put it in there. I get it.
Come on, G. You better, baby.
I'm trying.
Come through. We got a breakthrough on this podcast today.
I'm trying. You do. You be working hard. Like you have the chips. I'd be like, hey, babe, did you bring it? I'd be like, oh, I bet. You got that. Or if I go get a burger or something, you like, oh, I did bring the packets of mayo and ketchup. I'm like, see, that's why I keep you.
Oh, wow. That's why. Because of the packets of ketchup and mayo. No, I'm kidding. But you know what's funny though? Like, does Taylor not do the same thing?
Taylor does do the same thing.
She packs a bag, clear bag.
Was it yesterday? I was like, look, bag lady, you gonna miss your bus. Take that right out of Erykah Badu.
So,
bag,
when we go anywhere, Taylor's just like me. She packs all the snacks for the kids. She packs waters. She packs just in case outfit.
She packed Roman's iPad the other day and diapers. I was like, hold up. I mean, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
She packed more stuff than I did.
She thinks ahead.
You looked at me and you were like, babe, did you get any diapers from Roman? I'm like, no. And Taylor in the backseat was like, I got diapers.
And the wipes.
I was like, what? You got
like,
diapers
no,
for
you
yourself? And she's like, you ain't got no diapers, Taylor. Taylor pulled them diapers and them wipes.
She said, God told me to pack the diapers and the wipes and the snacks.
I'm glad God told her because he sure didn't tell me.
But why is it that God doesn't tell you or Logan? Y'all just walk out with just yourselves and your phones.
Hey, look, we
and your wallets. That's it.
Hey, we got somewhere to go. That's it. I don't know.
But I think that's nice. Let's find the beauty in how you are. Like Logan and you guys are always paying attention. If you're going a different route, Logan's like, Dad, are you taking a new route? Like, this isn't the way we usually go. Like,
I'm so proud of him for doing that.
He pays attention to all the.
Because you and Taylor wouldn't know.
Oh, no.
Y'all know how to go down the street.
I don't.
I'm looking at Taylor like, Taylor, you know where we are? Taylor like, nope. Nope.
That's me.
I'm like, Logan, you know where we are? Yes, Dad. We're like 2 minutes from the house. Good job. I said, if we go that way, how long would it be? Probably like an extra 4 minutes, Dad. Remember you did that the last time you went to Chick-fil-A. Okay, bet.
But Taylor and me, we don't know. And then you would always say, Heather, you need to know.
Like you need to
and I said, well, I have GPS. I have GPS forever.
But what if your phone die?
It's through my car.
Well, then what if your car dies?
My car can die.
It sure can.
But then I won't drive anywhere because I'll be stuck. And
but then you gotta walk. So what do you do now? Your car dead, your phone dead. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna walk by faith.
Oh, ducky, quack.
You set yourself up for that one. Walking by faith, baby.
Well, that is the conclusion of today's podcast. Thank you so much for joining us.
Lens.
And make sure that you please join us again next week. I'm serious. This is the conclusion because that ain't nothing else I can say for that.
I know, right?
But
Okay.
I'm for real. All right, y'all. Go to
Love y'all.
Yeah, we love y'all.
Go to
Make sure
Life with the
y'all
Lindseys on Instagram and follow us.
subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Send it to your mom and them. Hey, if you got some married couples out there, some married friends, send this to them. Keep them encouraged.
You're very vulnerable in this
y'all say,
one, baby.
I'm trying to help the people.
I think it's good.
Vulnerability is what I am. It's not what I possess.
Yes. Come on. I'm so proud of you, baby.
Process. Let this process ride out now.
I'm proud of you.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I'm trying to get better. Day by day, little by little.
You are.
All right. God
Love
bless y'all.
y'all.
Bye.